23 minutes after the hour now, and an American university professor now claiming that right-wing terrorism in the U.S. is a bigger threat than Islamic terror. But do the facts support this? Here now to weigh in from Campus Reform correspondent Annamarie Rienza and media director Cabot Phillips. Good morning to both of you. First, let me read the quote. This is from Professor Aaron Kearns on Islamic extremism in the U.S., the attacks, that is. Quote, politicians talk about them more, media talks about them more, so it is understandable why the average American has this frankly inaccurate view of what the threat is. When we actually look at it, over half the attacks in the past 10 years have been committed by some right-wing extremist group. Annamarie, I'll let you kick it off.
I would love to. Quite frankly, when I heard this statement from a professor from my school, the American University, I was absolutely shocked and horrified. This statement is absolutely ludicrous and is really consistent with a lot of the unpatriotic sentiments that I felt on campus at the American University, which is so ironic with its name. I'm a senior now on campus, and unfortunately there have been many instances of unpatriotic behavior, such as flag burnings at the election, that I'm really horrified by on campus.
And Cabot, I want to put up a full screen before we go to you. This is from our research team. Homegrown terror deaths since the September 11th attacks. Victims killed by jihadists, 94. Victims killed by right-wing extremists, 48. Cabot, I don't think anybody is condoning anything terrorism-wise, especially that done by right-wing extremists. But what do you respond to this professor?
Well, terrorism is horrible in any form, but we need to make sure we're getting the facts straight. And this is something we see repeatedly at Leadership Institute's Campus Reform, how professors are more times concerned with pushing this PC narrative than they are with teaching the facts. And sadly, in the world today, the term radical Islam has become this dirty phrase that we don't want to utter, so we try to blame violence and terrorism on anything else. Let's call it what it is. Let's teach students the facts. Let them make up their own minds about important issues like this, but not try to shield their eyes and try to take the blame away from what's really going on here. That's not going to help students in the long run or prepare them for the real world.
I'm going to ask a very Tucker Carlson question here. What is going on here? Because I'm 39 years old. When I was in college, colleges obviously very liberal places, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't to this strange degree. You had liberals, you had conservatives, they debated, we moved on. Now it seems that some of these claims are just outlandish, Annamarie.
They really are, and people, professors in particular, are so comfortable because of the liberal bias on campus that they feel comfortable enough to come up with these ludicrous and uninformed claims, and they feel confident enough to say these things and indoctrinate people who, quite frankly, were not old enough to remember the September 11th attacks, which is really the scariest part of this.
Cabot, 10 seconds left. What do we do as a society, as a culture about this?
It's about holding professors and administrators accountable, parents not sending their kids to universities that are doing this, and making sure the market forces begin to fix these college campuses.
Debate is important, both sides. You got to have it, but I don't know what this is. Cabot, Annamarie, thank you so very much. Have a great day.
Thank you for having us.
It is not debate.